guys, it's Shannon Rose, and in today's video, we are in our jams, in our bed. It's cozy. Fall is coming, and I'm so excited. Actually, are we already in fall yet? I don't know, but I'm excited about it. Are you excited about it? Let me know down in the comments below. Have you guys already started decorating for Halloween? Because every store has Halloween stuff. So for me, that's like the okay to start getting fall decor in the house, as you can see with the pillows. Okay, so today's video, I wanted to kind of share a little bit of my knowledge on what I do if I have a stinky vag or an itchy vag. I don't know about you guys, but I personally, and just from like my past job, if you guys have watched my videos, have had tons of yeast infections, bacterial infections, BV, you name it, I've had it, and I've had it a lot. Like a lot. My vagina has been stinky and smelly and itchy and had all kinds of problems, and I have been to doctors and everything that you can think of. And so I kind of wanted to share a little bit of my knowledge on how I treat that or help maintain a clean, stinky-free vag. So if you would like to, also keep watching.
I got that good life. I knew everything was gonna be alright till the wind may blow and the hate feels low. Keep moving on and let go. Add color into your soul. Now life's like a movie. Camera pose one time for the girl, Shannon Rose.
Okay, before we get any further, I just have to let you guys know I'm not a doctor, obviously. Listen to your doctor, but this is just something that I do personally that helps me out, and I wanted to share that information with you. So there's lots of things that you can do to help if you have like recurrent yeast infections, if you get a lot of bacterial infections. And when I say bacterial infections, I think a lot of people don't know this, but like if your vagina smells like pretty foul, you most likely have BV or a bacterial infection, in my experience, from obviously my past. Or if you have like a lot of discharge, like, you know, abnormal discharge, because a little bit of discharge is normal, right? But if you have a lot of discharge, that can sometimes not be normal, especially if it has like an odor to it that's not pleasant. That's not normal. So how I keep my vag like healthy, and this is like a natural thing that I do, not like by going to the doctor and getting antibiotics, because that's what I've done in the past, is I've always gone to the doctor and always just gotten antibiotics, or I go to Target and get like the over-the-counter stuff that you like stick in. It didn't really help, so I kind of wanted to share something that helps me a lot. What I use is boric acid. Now it's like a natural suppository. This one is by Boric Life. This is the one that I like and use and trust, and so that's why I use this one. There's a lot of different ones out there that are boric acid that you can take like supplements or suppositories, but this is the one that I like and trust the most. This is what I use, and this is a suppository. So I actually use these little wands. I'll show you everything I do and how I do it and how I know, because they also have like these pH strips that you stick in your vag to see if you have an infection. And I'll show you in a little bit like how I use this and how it works. But first, I want to talk to you guys about how you can possibly be getting recurrent yeast infections or bacterial infections or BV. And some of those things can be like if you use soaps that have like fragrances or dyes in them and you're cleaning yourself, like sometimes that can cause yeast infections or bacterial infections. Another thing is like if you wear too tight of garments, so like tight underwear or like super tight and like super tight like leggings, stuff like that, because it traps moisture and that can be a breeding ground for causing bacteria or yeast infections. And then some of the other things are also like washcloths. So if you're like washing yourself down there with a washcloth that's not white and has like dyes in it, that can also actually cause stuff like that. And then what else? Oh, this is one. I was just at Disneyland and I went down Splash Mountain and got completely soaking wet and then didn't change for a while. So if you're like wearing a bathing suit around, like a wet bathing suit, and staying in that, that can cause it. Or like I said, if you're like at an amusement park and you get wet from a ride and then like walk around all day with like wet underwear and clothes, I would always bring like a backup pair of like underwear or leggings or something to change that out, because that could also cause that. Another thing that's huge is intercourse, so having sex, and semen is very alkaline. And what happens is if our pH in our vagina is too alkaline, it can actually cause infections, stuff like that. Every time for me causes a bacterial infection. It sucks, but that's why I use this, because it keeps everything at bay. So we want to kind of keep our pH balance in our vagina at a certain level, and that's like kind of where these like test strips come in. This kind of lets you know like if you have something going on down there, and then like I said, I'll show you how to treat it in a second. I think I covered everything that could like cause, or like a lot of things that I personally know can cause it. I just want to like make it very clear, I'm not a doctor. This is just my personal experience of what I've learned that I want to like share with you guys. Now, how I help like keep everything at bay is these boric acid. There's actually a mineral inside of it that is very like acidic, and so if you are alkaline, this helps to put you back where you're supposed to be to keep your vag healthy. Makes sense? I'm like trying to explain this the best way I know how. This is how it works. If you have like a yeast infection and you want to treat it naturally, you can get this, and I'm gonna leave a link down below where you can get this also. I also reached out and they were nice enough to give you guys a coupon code and sponsor this video, so thank you so much, Boric Life. But what I wanted to tell you guys is if you have like an active or current yeast infection or bacterial infection, how I use this is at nighttime, you take this little applicator and then you take one of the suppositories. Mine's all gone. So you stick the little suppository in the applicator like so, and then you put it up inside you, and then boop, out goes the suppository into the vag. And then you just sleep with that at night. And I would just wear like a panty liner because obviously it's gonna, some of the stuff's gonna come out. But this, like I said, helps to keep your pH in your vag super clean and healthy. And then the pH strips, a fun fact, I actually had my mom, my sister, and I all test our pH, and I'll put that video in here. Guys, I gave my mom and my sister pH test strips, and I said, go test your vag, go stick this in your vag. And they're all abnormal. Look at this. Totally green. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta do mine. Mom says there's nothing wrong with her vag, but let me see that thing over here. Bring it over here.
Yeah, there you go. Get some more light.
That looks like 4.5.
Yeah, hers looks like 4.5.
Let me see yours, Brittany. What is your?
Around a 3?
Yours is like a 5.
Mine's 4.5.
No, yours is a 5. Good try.
Damn. Is it supposed to be orange?
It's supposed to be, this it says where it says normal. Mom, yours is normal. Yours is a 4.5.
Oh, it is normal?
Yeah, but Brittany's is not normal.
Oh my gosh, you're so sad.
All right, I'm gonna go test mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what the directions say. All right, it says to wait for 30 seconds.
Oh, yours is a little bit lighter.
Okay, mine is like a 3.54. Yeah, more like a 3.5. I have the healthiest vag out of everybody. This is what it looks like, by the way. These are the little film strips. It comes in this little package here. And this is the Boric Life. It's boric acid. This is what you take if your vag is stinky or smelly or irritable. And you could see like who has an unhealthy vag and who doesn't. You can see who uses Boric Life and who doesn't. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of share that with you. If you don't have like a yeast infection or bacterial infection, but you are prone to getting them, you can just use this maybe like once a week, once every 2 weeks to kind of keep yourself at bay. But like I said, if you do have a yeast infection or a bacterial infection that you think of, you can use this once at night for 7 days. It says if the symptoms persist, repeat for another week, read directions. I don't ever read directions, but you should. So that's kind of how that works. Another thing that you can do is use probiotics. That's another really good thing that can help you. And then just like maintain good hygiene. You know what I mean? And don't have like too much sex. And if you do, like I said, just use that and you'll be good. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I just have to like keep clarifying that. Oh, and the other thing is I used to use antibiotics like all the time. I would use Flagyl because that helps with bacterial infections, and it made it so much worse because every time I'd use that, my bacterial infection would go away, but I'd get a yeast infection from using the antibiotics. So antibiotics are good at killing off bacteria, but it also kills off the good bacteria, and so then it gives me a yeast infection. So it's like it solves one problem but gives me another. So that's why I hated taking antibiotics, and they're just really not good for you. So if you want to use like a natural version, then I would definitely recommend this. If you have any vagina questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section, and if I can, and if I am knowledgeable about whatever you're asking, I will definitely answer as many questions as I can. And if you guys like videos like this and you want me to post more, or I don't know, you want me to like do like a Q&A on like vagina stuff or whatever, like let me know, because I would be happy to help you guys with that. I feel like I have a decent amount of experience with it, and I would love to share my knowledge if that can help some of you guys. So yeah, I definitely just wanted to share like this natural version of what I think can really help a lot of women out there, and I feel like it would be a disservice if I didn't tell you guys about this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to turn your notifications on, because a lot of people miss my videos because they don't hit the notification bell and then say they want to be notified. It's like so crazy, but that's kind of what you have to do. So make sure you do that. Thanks again for watching. I am sending you guys all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video.